Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoded, the place where we try to make sense of the confusing world of corporate finance. Today we're diving into a recent filing from News Corporation, and let me tell you there is a little something happening with their stock buybacks that might catch your eye. So before we get into the nitty gritty, if you love getting these kinds of insights directly from the source, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And hey, if you want to chat more about these reports or just share your own thoughts, there is a link to our Discord community in the description below. Alright, so what we have here is what is called a Form 8. Think of this as a report of major events that a company has to file pretty quickly. The big date here is the 26th of November 2025. That is the day a lot of what we're talking about today kicked off. Now, News Corporation is a big name in media and publishing. You might know them from things like the Wall Street Journal, Fox News, and the New York Post, just to name a few. They are incorporated in Delaware, which is pretty standard for a lot of big companies. Their ticker symbols are NWSA for their class of common stock, and NWS for their Class B common stock, both trading on the NASDAQ Global Select Market. What is really interesting in this filing is an update on their stock repurchase programs. Basically, the company's management has decided it is a good time to buy back some of their own stock. They're authorized to buy up to a whopping $1 billion worth of both their Class A and Class B common stock combined. Why do companies buy back their own stock, you ask? Well, it can signal a few things. Sometimes it means management thinks the stock price is too low and it is a good investment for the company itself. It can also reduce the number of shares available, which can make the remaining shares more valuable to shareholders by increasing earnings per his hair, and can also return cash to shareholders indirectly. Now here is where things get a bit specific. Because News Corporation has some operations and stakeholders in Australia, they have to report these buyback transactions to the Australian Securities Exchange, or the ASX, on a daily basis if any happen. This filing includes copies of the information that was provided to the ASX on specific dates. The filing also makes a point to mention that these statements about repurchasing stock are what they call forward-looking statements. This is important legal language. It means they are making a prediction or expressing an intent about future actions, but there is no guarantee they will happen exactly as planned. Things like stock market fluctuations and other business conditions could change their plans. They are also explicitly saying they do not plan to update these statements publicly unless the law requires them to. So you have to take these intentions with a grain of salt. The core of this particular 8K focuses on disclosing these ongoing stock repurchase activities to comply with regulatory requirements. They aren't announcing a new strategy or a major business shift, but rather providing transparency on their existing buyback programs. So what are the actual numbers from these ASX disclosures? Well, the filing points us to exhibits 99.1 and 99.2 for the detailed daily information provided to the ASX. Unfortunately, this 8K filing itself doesn't contain the specific dollar amounts or number of shares repurchased on those days. It acts more as a cover letter or an announcement that this information has been shared as required. You would need to look at those exhibits to get the granular details of what was actually bought back. However, the context is that News Corporation is actively engaging in their $1 billion share buyback program. This filing is also equipped with an interactive data file, which essentially tags all the key information, making it easier for computers and analysts to process. This is a standard practice now with SEC filings to ensure data can be analysed efficiently. The report is signed by Michael L. Bunda, Senior Vice President, Deputy General Counsel and Corporate Secretary. This signifies that the company's legal and corporate governance team has reviewed and approved the contents of this filing. Now let's shift gears and talk about what this all means from a business perspective. News Corporation's decision to continue with its share repurchase program suggests a few things. Firstly, it indicates a level of confidence from the management team in the company's future prospects. When a company is buying back its own stock, it is essentially betting on itself. They likely believe that their shares are undervalued in the market, or that they have excess cash that can be more effectively deployed through buybacks than other investments. From a Warren Buffett-style perspective, this is often a sign of a mature company that isn't finding enough overwhelmingly attractive growth opportunities to reinvest all its earnings back into the business. Instead of letting cash sit idle or distributing it through dividends, they are choosing to increase the ownership percentage of remaining shareholders. However, it is crucial to remember that the forward-looking statements disclaimer is there for a reason. Market conditions can change rapidly. If we see a downturn in the economy or significant disruptions in the media industry, News Corporation might indeed scale back or halt these buybacks. Also, the fact that they are obligated daily under ASX rules means they are keeping a very close eye on their share trading. The decision to authorize such a large buyback program of up to $1 billion is a significant financial commitment. It signals a priority to enhance shareholder value through capital allocation. For investors, this is generally seen as a positive signal, but it is always wise to look beyond the announcement and understand the broader financial health and strategic direction of the company. In conclusion, this 8K filing from News Corporation primarily serves as a regulatory disclosure regarding their ongoing stock repurchase plans. It underlines their commitment to their buyback program and assures stakeholders that they are meeting their reporting obligations. The company's confidence is reflected in this action, but as always, vigilant monitoring of market conditions and the company's overall performance is key for any investor. Alright, that is our breakdown of this News Corporation filing. What is your take on these stock buyback programs and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description and join the conversation. Thanks for watching. See you next time.